Hello and welcome to Fayette County Public Library Storytime. Our first story today is The Rain Came Down. We're all going to like the rain. You think the chickens like the rain? Look at them. On Saturday morning, the rain came down. It made the chickens squawk. The cat yowled at the chickens, and the dog barked at the cat, and still the rain came down. The man yelled at the dog and woke up the baby. "Stop all that yelling," shouted the man's wife. The dog barked louder, and still the rain came down. A policeman heard the noise and stopped to see what was wrong. His car was blocking traffic, and half a block away, a woman squirmed in the back of a taxi. I think that's cute, that dog looking out that window. "Hurry up or I'll miss my plane," she told the taxi driver, so he started honking his horn. The truck driver in front of him got mad and started honking back. "I have tomatoes to deliver," he shouted. Doesn't sound like anybody's very happy today, does it? The ice cream man heard the honking and turned up the music on his van. Jingle-a-jingle went his music. Slappity-slap went his windshield wipers. And still the rain came down. The owner of the beauty parlor came out to see what all the fuss was about. She bumped into the barber coming out of his barber shop, and they began to argue. Up on his ladder, the painter grumbled, "I can't paint the rain." In the rain, he started to climb down and bonked the barber in the head with his can of paint. Now all three of them were arguing. Next, the baker stepped out of his bakery. "My roof is leaking and my cakes are getting wet," he moaned. He opened his umbrella and poked the pizza man in the nose. So they joined in the bickering too. That would hurt. A boy ran by, chasing a small boat down the stream in the gutter. He splashed a little girl and she began to cry. And still, the rain came down. The grocery man stomped out onto the sidewalk and yelled, "Where is that delivery truck? I need my tomatoes." He ran into a lady coming out of the clothing store and knocked her boxes into his fruit stand. Oranges, apples, and lemons bounced down the sidewalk. And still, the rain came down. The policeman walked back to his car. "What is all this ruckus about?" he asked. The whole block was honking, yelling, bickering, and barking. And then, what do you think happens?
The rain stopped.
Oh, really? The rain stopped.
And there was a rainbow.
Yes, and so did the noise. The sun came out, and the air smelled fresh and sweet. Everything shimmered, and a rainbow stretched across the rooftops. Look at all those open mouths. They're all so surprised to see that rainbow over there, and the rain has stopped. It had been raining for so long. "It's much too nice a day to be arguing," said the baker. "I have cakes to bake." "And I have pizzas to make," said the pizza man. "I could use a shave while my building dries," said the painter to the barber. Then they went inside. The policeman said, "Everything looks A-OK here to me." And he drove off in his car. Look at the rainbows in his glasses. The woman in the taxi decided she had time to have her hair done before her trip, and she went into the beauty parlor. So the lady with the boxes got into the taxi and went home. Everything's working out dandy. The truck driver told the grocer, "I have your tomatoes." "Wonderful," said the grocer, "but first I have to pick up this fruit." The little girl and boy helped him, so he bought them ice cream cones, and the ice cream man gave them each an extra scoop because it was such a nice day. That looks kind of yummy. Then the man, his wife, and their baby had a picnic together in the backyard, while the dog, the cat, and the chickens slept in the warm afternoon sun. So what happened? Everything changed.
Yeah. Now what are we doing?
What happened?
Rain caused the chickens to scream and hurt the cat, which then hurt the dog, then it made a mess.
It just everything just snowballed, didn't it? Everything just kept happening wrong. But then when the sun came out and there was the rainbow, then everything happened right. So then it was a nice day. Yep. Okay, Miss Lisa.
All right, so we have an activity today that has to do with numbers, and you can see all of our raindrops down here at the bottom. We have some clouds that have some numbers on it. Can you tell me what number this is?
4. Number 4.
Very good. I'm going to let you hold that one. And what number is this?
2.
2. You can hold that one. And what number is this?
8.
8. You can have that one. What's this one?
1.
That's an easy one, isn't it? And what number would this be?
6.
Very good.
Yay.
There you can go.
And it was 8.
7.
There's a 7.
Can I do mine now?
And this is a
5.
5.
Me, oh, hang on, baby.
And this one is a 3. You want 3 too? Is it okay that she has 3? All right. Now, what I'm going to do is put a raindrop or several. I know. We didn't have enough for everybody. We're going to put a couple raindrops up here, and you guys are going to count them, and then you're going to match them to your cloud. So let's see. I'm going to start off with, this many raindrops. How many is that?
3.
Okay, who's got the cloud number 3? Where was cloud number 3?
Neil got now 4.
Nope,
You have it?
Can you come put it up here underneath here? Good job. 3 raindrops match with cloud number 3. Perfect. All right, let's see. I didn't trick you that time. Let's see here. I'm not going to count these out loud. How many raindrops do I have now?
That means.
Can you count them? How many?
1, 2,
How many is it?
6.
It is 6 raindrops. Good job. We got 6 raindrops right there. 3 over there peeking out from behind that cloud. All right, let's do this one and that one. How many raindrops is that?
2.
Just 2. Good job. It's a very rainy day here, and this is a perfect activity. Let's try this many. Getting stuck. How many is that?
4.
Who's got the 4?
Me.
Good job. None. Wonderful. All right, let's see. Let me do this many. How many is that? All right. Oh, very good. You guys counted, didn't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How about the easiest one of them all? What's that many?
We got that one.
You got number 1. Okay, we still have a couple clouds out there, so let's see here.
That's all almost we still have a couple cows.
All right, we got all those lined up in a row. How many is down there?
But can we stop?
And it's 8. All right. Whoops, let's get
Abel
it.
got one more. Abel got one more.
He does have one more. All right, I think the last cloud has this many. Am I right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can we pay
5.
that again till we have more again?
Not right now. We have another story to read, okay? Maybe when we're done with the stories, we can play that again. So this is called The Frazzle Family Finds a Way. So if you look at them, there's looks like a little sister and a brother and a mom and dad. Oh, and they have a dog too, don't they? Let's see what happens to the Frazzle family. Our first picture right here shows that they are under an umbrella. So you think this story is going to be all about rain too? Let's see what happens. The Frazzles were forgetful. They forgot their umbrellas when it rained. Did you guys walk in with an umbrella today or just walk in the rain? Just walked in the rain. Well, this one looks like it's really pouring. If it's really pouring, you better have an umbrella. They forgot, didn't they? Let's see what else happens. They forgot their coats when it snowed. Look, he doesn't even have shoes on. Brr. And their sunscreen when it was sunny. Oh, what happens if you don't put sunscreen on?
You get sunburned.
Yeah, look, her skin's all red, isn't it? When they went off to work, Mrs. Frazzle forgot to
Clean her ear.
comb her hair. And Mr. Frazzle forgot to put on... He forgot to put on his pants.
And
Did you put on the shoes? Nope.
Well, I don't know. It sort of looks like shoes and socks. Looks like he's a mailman. If you're walking around delivering the mail, you better have your pants on, don't you think? When they went off to school, Annie and Ben forgot that they were not on vacation anymore. What makes it look like they're on vacation?
Beach.
It looks like they're going to the beach and doing what else?
Fishing.
Going fishing. Do you take your fishing pole to school?
Not normally.
No, not normally. Nope. Even Wags, the dog, forgot that he had, or where he had buried his bone. None of the Frazzles could find it. Oh man, looks like he's digging mud holes everywhere, looking for his bone. At the grocery store, the Frazzles forgot their list. What do we need? Asked Mrs. Frazzle. But no one could remember. And so they forgot the milk and the bread and the apples. But they did get plenty of eggs. They forgot where they had parked their car. They forgot how to get home. And worst of all, they forgot Grandpa in the frozen food section. They left Grandpa at the grocery store. They're pretty forgetful, aren't they? You think that's ever going to change? That night they had a family meeting. Something must be done, said Mrs. Frazzle. And so Aunt Rosemary came to stay. Now, do you think she's going to fix them? Think she's going to help them remember things?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Aunt Rosemary had lots of ideas. What you need is my system, she said. It's guaranteed to work. So she set about making notes and calendars and schedules and lists until it seemed that the whole house was covered in paper. You guys like to make a list and check it off when you get things done?
Let me get you make it at people.
Yeah, and so that's what Aunt Rosemary wants. Make a list and check things off. But do you think the family likes having paper all over their walls?
Nope.
Let's see what happens. But the Frizzles were so forgetful. that they forgot to bring their list with them. And they forgot to look at their notes. And they forgot to consult their calendar or to check their schedule. Tisk, tisk, said Aunt Rosemary. You are worse than I thought. Looks like Wags the dog is maybe eating some of their lists. What a mess. Do you think they're ever going to remember things?
Nope.
She made the Frazzles tie strings around their finger to help them to remember what they had forgotten. You guys ever put a string on your finger or like a little dot, a marker dot on your hand to help you remember something? That's what Aunt Rosemary's trying to make them do. My strings are foolproof, said Aunt Rosemary. Surely they're going to work. But now look what's happening.
They're getting caught.
They're getting all tied up and caught up with strings all over the house. That's not good either, is it? What are we going to do with this family? I don't know. Tut, tut, said Aunt Rosemary. It seems you are hopeless. And she swooped off to the bathroom to have a good soak in the tub. You guys like to take a big long bath and think about things? That's what Aunt Rosemary's doing. She's thinking. Think she's going to get a better idea? We'll find out, won't we?
She had a life jacket. It looked like.
Did she have a life jacket on?
See that, like that.
Yeah, I think maybe that's just her towel. Soon Annie heard something coming from the bathroom. Aunt Rosemary's singing voice sounded like Wags when the string around his tail was tied too tightly. Oh my goodness. And so that gave Annie an idea. That afternoon, they went to the grocery store. Here they all go. Do you think they're going to forget somebody? Or to forget something?
Yeah.
What was her idea? This is strange. Annie sang a song. Apples, lettuce, bread, and beets, chicken, carrots, chocolate treats, milk and cheese, and one thing more, don't leave Grandpa at the store. You think that's a good song? Is that going to help them to remember?
Yeah.
I like that song. Here they are at Derek Anderson Grocery Store. And here she is. She's singing her song. Let's see if I can find the next page. When they returned home, Aunt Rosemary met them at the door. Tisk, tisk, she said. You forgot to bring your list. And you left your strings hanging from the ceiling fan. Oh my. I suppose it will be a 12-egg omelet for dinner again with egg sauce on the side. Nope, said Ben. We forgot our list, but we remembered everything. And they had. Look, there's their basket full of stuff. The very next day, the Frazzle sang another song. Brush my teeth and come. They crossed that one off. They don't like that song. Brush my teeth and comb my hair. Trousers are a must to wear. Homework, school bag, and lunchbox. Trade my flippers for some gym socks. That's a pretty cool song. The next day went more smoothly, and all the Frazzles were happy, even Aunt Rosemary, because as it turned out, the Frazzles remembered something. My birthday! Look at that cake, said Aunt Rosemary. I forgot. She forgot her own birthday, but the family remembered, didn't they? They used the string to tie up all their presents for her. That was a good use of that, huh? And here's that maybe Dad. What's Dad forgotten on the last page here?
I think that's the glass.
Or Grandpa? He's got one sock on, and then that one's empty. I mean, it's barefoot. Got a fish hanging out of the bag.
Now can we play that game again?
Well, that story was pretty cool. I think Miss Kim has another story for us first. Okay?
Were you surprised that Aunt Rosemary forgot her birthday?
Yeah.
After all, she was there to help them remember things, and then she forgot something. I thought that was funny.
So she has to help herself remember.
Yeah, right. All right, our last story today is Duddle Puck the Puddle Duck.
Doddle Puck the Puddle Duck.
You did a
Tongue
good job
twister.
with that
Yeah.
one. That's almost a tongue twister. Yeah. There's Duddlepuck.
Go into the ball.
So he swims in puddle.
Yeah, there he is. He's looking, acts like he's gonna get in that puddle. Silly Duddlepuck was a funny puddle duck. All the critters said he was a very odd duck. He never ever quacked, but he often liked to cluck. Duddlepuck, what a silly puddle duck. Cluck, cluck. Look at the chickens. They're like, what? Duddle, Henny squawked. Ducks should always quack. A proper puddle duck should really know how to act. Duddle only giggled and threw his head back. He honked, but he never ever quacked. Honk, honk. Gilly Goose waddled by, and she looked a little shocked. She honked, "My dearest Duddle, that is not how ducks should talk." She flapped her wings indignantly, and feathers fluttered loose. "Remember, you're a duck. You're not a noble goose." But Duddle only smiled, and he did a little jig over to the wallow, where he spied a spotted pig. "Oink, oink," said Duddle, but the pig just sputtered back. "Ducks should never oink. They really ought to quack." Oink, oink. Pay close attention because there's a surprise ending. But Duddle didn't quack as a proper duck should say. Instead, he wandered to the barn and bellowed out a... What do you think will be in the barn?
Cow.
Horse.
Cow.
Horse.
Horse.
And what sound does the horse make?
No.
Neigh! And that's what he did. Hank the horse was stunned. He was taken quite aback. Ducks should never neigh. They really ought to
Quack.
quack.
Do you know how to be a duck?
Duddle danced and sang, cluck, honk, oink, neigh, and everyone was shocked when he added, hip, hip, hooray!
Does a duck even know how to be a duck?
Well, we'll find out here in a minute, I think. Gilly Goose was flustered, and she fussed. It's just our luck. This bird brain doesn't know that he's actually a duck. Oink, cluck, honk, neigh, hip, hip, hooray! Henny called a meeting for the critters on the farm. Duddle's quite befuddled, and it's causing me alarm. We have to teach this duck the way a puddle duck should speak. After all, he has a bill. He doesn't have a beak. The animals lined up and hollered, "Duddle, please come here." They all together spoke out very slow and very clear. This is how a duck should sound. You've gotten way off track. Then each and every critter quacked and quacked.
What is big quack?
Come on.
Now, all of these animals are quacking. And look at Puddle Duck, or Duddle Duck, or whatever his name was. Duddlepuck. Duddle winked and smiled. Yes, it is true. I am a duck, and at times I like to moo, or oink, or maybe even cluck. But not one of you is a duck.
No.
Then Duddle giggled out with glee. And yet you all sound just like ducks to me. Duddle tipped his head and said, I'll do this just for you. Then he roared a mighty quack, a doodle-doo. You think that's what a duck's supposed to sound like? No, I'm afraid not. I think that could be called the mixed up farm. Yeah, so that could be called the mixed up farm. So, which of those 3 stories today? Let's see, we had When the Rain Came Down, The Frazzle Family Finds a Way, and Duddle Puck. Which of those 3 was your favorite?
Me like that one.
You like the Frazzle family? Yeah, they were quite frazzled, all right. They were quite frazzled, all right, about like me with the mic. Okay.
In a minute.
Okay.
I like Duddle Puck.
You like Duddle Puck? Yeah. I like that one too. Okay. Well, that's all for today. We want to be sure and tell the others goodbye today. Can you turn around and say goodbye?
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.